Well, I'll tell you what, Pat. I am just so happy to be here. I'm thrilled that I'm on your podcast.
Don't click off. Jared will be back. Just stay.
As you know.
Don't leave.
All right. It's kind of insulting to me, your guest.
It's not called The Nice Time.
What is wrong with you? I know what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you?
The meantime.
I know, it sucks to be on the other end of that.
Look, man, you got me on here so I could promote my book, and that's what I intend to do.
No, you wrote a book?
Yeah. That's why I'm on your podcast.
I read a book of yours when I was in high school. Is it similar to that book?
No. No, it's sort of like just like a how-to guide about baloney. It's like things you can do with baloney.
Things that you can't, like anything that can, like all things baloney?
Not like everything. It's just one book. I'm gonna write more if it does well. That's why I'm promoting it. You know.
How versatile is baloney?
Oh, very. If you use like toothpicks in addition to baloney, you can get really creative. You could make like a flower out of baloney.
Is this
or like a house?
Is this a
person?
Is this a first of many books? Or is it?
I just told you it depends on whether or not it sells.
Which is why you're on the podcast to promote your baloney book.
People, I need you to buy this book. Right? It's really important.
What's it titled?
It's called Baloney 101.
By Nicholas J. Hudson?
There's a subtitle, All the Things You Can Do with Baloney.
It's called Baloney 101, All the Things You Can Do with Baloney.
Yeah, that's like, it's a little hyperbolic. It's not everything that you can do with baloney, like I said. There's more ground that I could cover.
But that you intend to cover, or if the book sells? Sorry.
Yeah, dude, how many times do I have to go over this? Are you even listening to me?
Baloney 101.
It's in one ear, out the other.
All Things You Can Do with Baloney by Nicholas J. Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. All the things you can do with baloney.
Sorry. The "the's" important.
Yeah, that was like third draft.
That's good. About how long's the book?
How long? It's like 2,500 pages. Single spaced. It's a 6-point font. It's pretty small, but it's really, really informative.
2,500 pages.
Like give or take, yeah.
Give or take. You wrote it, shouldn't you know?
Well, the exact number. There's a lot, man. If you wrote that many pages, would you be able to just say the exact number?
I don't know. I might. If I wrote a book, I might have just the last little number memorized, just because it may. I don't know.
Also, it's not like final draft just yet. It's really close, but the word count changes, stuff like that. Sure.
Okay. Fair. So you don't have a copy of it you can show us here today?
No. Well, not one that I'd read the whole thing to you or something?
No. I just mean that, I feel like if you're in the promotion stages, you should maybe be past the final draft stage.
No, well, there's deadlines. I didn't meet the deadlines.
I see. Like kind of a George R.R. Martin type situation. But
my publishers are really not happy with me.
Okay, all right. So, but it's in their best interest to start the promotion of the book?
Well, the book's coming out, whether I finish it or not.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. So they don't care. Do you know what the cover looks like then?
I have ideas. I have a couple of mock-ups, and, drafts, but ultimately that is going to be up to the publisher.
Okay,
and I don't get to decide.
I would imagine a picture of baloney.
I would hope so. Yeah. If it weren't, then I would be really disappointed.
But ultimately, it's up to the
ball is in their court.
Can I ask? I always wonder. Are you a author's name bigger than the title guy, or a title guy bigger than the author's name?
It's all 6-point font. The whole book.
Including
the cover, yeah. It's an aesthetic choice, I think, that people will appreciate.
Do you know the font by chance?
Yeah, it's Times New Roman.
Okay, got it.
It's nothing fancy. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
It's Times. It's kind of the origin of fancy.
It's the most regular font that there is.
I think Calibri's a little.
Helvetic. To each their own.
Helvetica is the most. We don't have to get into a font discussion.
Don't talk to me about fonts. It was a well-researched choice to use Times New Roman.
Okay.
If you're gonna second guess me on that, I'm gonna walk out.
It wasn't by chance just the first font that loaded up when you pulled up Microsoft Word.
This is pretty disrespectful.
It's okay. All right.
Yeah, you need to find a new line of questioning because
Yeah.
you're insulting me now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So hold on. You don't have final say on the cover of your book, Baloney 101, all the things you can do with baloney, but you do have final say that it is 6-point font throughout, including the cover.
Yeah, that's part of why the publishers are so mad at me, because they don't agree. They don't think that that's a good idea. They think it's going to hurt the sales. And
So
they told me that I was going to waste all their paper.
Can I? It's a pretty good burn. Can I ask what your artistic vision is for the 6-point font? Like why that's a hill that you're dying on?
It's just to fit more words. I could tell you more about baloney because I know a lot.
Can you give me an example of a few things you can do?
I told you like 5 already,
Okay,
but I'll tell you more. Yeah, if you want.
Sure.
I could talk about this the entire pod. Although, yeah, we don't have to only talk about my book. I have other books too. But,
You have other books that are out?
No. No, I have them though. You can't read them. It's not allowed.
Can you tell me what they are?
No.
Okay.
I could kind of give you like vague impressions about some of them, maybe.
Taking a break from the meantime to go live to our Australian correspondent. Tell me, how's it looking down under? Sir.
I gotta tell you, it's confusing and dizzy over here. The gravitational pull is a little bit different on this side of the hemisphere than it is on your side of the hemisphere, Pat.
The gravity's different in Australia
The
than
gravity's different in Australia, yeah. It's all topsy-turvy down here.
All right, sounds good. That explains why you're sideways on my end.
Yes, exactly.
Tell me, have you seen any wildlife?
Well, that's all they have here is wildlife. They allow them to vote, you can drink. It's just a bunch of fucking leathery skinned douchebags who are really fucking mean to American people. I'll tell you what. This country has a lot to offer for people who were born and raised in Florida who want to go to a whole country that's just that.
I see. You're telling me they're here in the American accent and they've immediately got a predisposition.
They're pretty upset that I'm here, yeah. They didn't like that on the plane ride over here. I was taking up all the 3 empty seats to lay down. They thought I was a stupid American for that.
What? That makes good sense to me.
It makes good sense. They were doing it too, is the whole thing. Like, I didn't invent that, you know?
Sounds kind of prejudiced, honestly.
It does. I don't know what their beef is, to be honest. And I'll tell you one thing, the McDonald's tastes exactly the same as the McDonald's back home. I don't know what they're making a big fuss about.
Is that the first thing you did? You hit McDonald's?
Oh, the minute that I got here, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds good. Well, we've got Nicholas Hudson here filling in for our previous host, Jared Gaines. I don't know if you've...
Yeah, no, I
Nick, how
appreciate
you doing
you
over there?
letting me keep your seat warm there while you're in the upside down.
Oh, it's totally fine, yeah. I'd say you'd love it here, I'd be lying.
Okay, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, brutally hot. Everyone talks like they're chewing something. I went and bought a 6 or a Heineken. It was $28. So
Wait, what?
yeah, that's true. That just happened like an hour ago, actually.
Their money's upside down, too?
Australian dollars are worth
topsy-turvy.
not as much as American dollars, though.
So what? So how's that?
It's not. The conversion rate actually works. It's still expensive though.
Okay,
It's like our money is like 1.5 times more valuable.
sure.
Here's the conversion. I gave the guy at the thing $800, and he gave me back $1,100.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So this is 1 week in Australia. How you feeling?
1 week in Australia, I got to tell you, I think they're hung up on Australian things being better than American things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're the Australian chocolate is so much better than the American chocolate. Oh, the Australian sun is so much hotter than the American sun. I'll tell you what. It tastes like fucking chocolate, and it's regular hot out here.
Okay,
you know?
sure. Yeah.
I was trying to explain to them that I live in a place right next to a place called Death Valley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know,
Sure.
I just think there's an air of superiority over here,
How-
I'll say.
how are your
Which is crazy because there's also an air of alcohol just in the air.
Sure. Sort of alcohol in the air, like
In the air.
like the sickness in I Am Legend.
Like the sickness and I am yeah. Yeah.
How are
And they
your,
let their
how are-
birds vote here.
They what?
They let the birds vote.
They
lost a whole war to them.
I didn't know. I didn't even know they voted. I didn't know it was a democracy.
It's not what we would call a democracy. No. It's a kangaroo court.
Sure. Well, I appreciate you for all of our USA suck at Australia. We appreciate you heading over there and finding out for the truth.
Yeah, well, I'm behind enemy lines over here. These guys don't even know because I guess I look like an Australian person to them. But the minute I start talking, they're like, what are you? And they just start choking on whatever they were eating.
How are you?
We're doing a little beer pong over here, and I made sure to grab the correctly colored cups. So we got red, white, and blue.
Nice.
USA. Yep. They don't have solo cups, plastic solo cups, because they care about the environment.
Sure.
Or whatever.
Sure. How did they feel when you told them you voted for Trump?
Yeah, they they couldn't even say I look like it because I just look like them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, I was asked a couple times if I liked the orange guy over there.
Oh.
They're like, oh, you like that orange fella? And I was like, fill up the gas tank before I take you down to the reservoir and drown you like a kangaroo does a dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
they have
spooky.
people filling up your gas
And
tank
I don't know
down
why
there.
they're so
I don't
mean to
like
me if I
that.
have such a standoffish attitude.
In America, we fill up our own gas tank.
Not New Jersey.
Yeah.
Not New Jersey.
There's
or
a crazy
Seattle.
thing. This is
Parts of
really
Oregon.
what happens over here. They have a chain of hardware stores called Bunnings that is the size of a Walmart, and there's like 9 of them. Like, how much fucking construction do you need to be doing?
Yep.
You know?
How are your accommodations? How are your living quarters?
Well, I'll tell you what. It turns out they don't like that AC shit here. They're not huge on the air conditioning.
You just
Apparently,
said it was.
I'm a very soft American for that.
You just said it was so hot.
So hot. And then the way that they describe how hot it is, they're like, Christ, it's like it's 40 outside. And 40 for us is quite low.
Right.
Right? Because they do their temperature based on how water boils or freezes. Right? And they think that we're so stupid for not doing it that way. But I was trying to explain to them, like, we do a scale of 0 to 100. How hot is it outside?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seems easier. They're like, it's 40 outside. And I'm like, all right, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Celsius increments are too big, I think.
They're too big.
Yeah, you can't get
It's
granular
like 3
enough.
degrees.
It's like saying, like, yeah, I'm 1.6 meters tall. That's no fun.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. It's too much. Yeah, there's a lot of that, and everything comes in friggin' liters instead of gallons. I gotta tell you, though, this is like one of the most American places I've ever been. Have either one of you guys been to Australia?
The hell no.
No.
It's
My mom and
just
my sister went
it's
there.
It's America. You know what it looks like? It looks like fucking Michigan if it had the same climate as LA.
You heard it here first, folks. Our Australian correspondent says Australia looks like Michigan if it had the same climate as LA.
Yeah, and it smells just as bad.
And it smells as which one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jared, we thank you for getting out there and being live on the scene with us.
But yeah. I'll stay here. I'll be behind enemy lines, and I'm going to try to infiltrate their culture, learn more about their ways, and undermine them from the inside.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
And this
stay
is
safe.
And this is your first week in Australia. We'll keep you posted next week.
Sounds good.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, signing off.
All right.
All
Back
right,
to you.
Over and out.
Okay, back to you. Okay, but
Oh, right back to me.
no, back to us.
Back to you.
Okay, we'll check
The
in
end.
with you.
And I'll catch you later.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, welcome Nick Hudson to the podcast, everybody. That's Nick.
Hey, everybody. I got to come clean with you guys. I'm really sorry. I was lying before. I never wrote a book. I don't know anything about baloney. I'm full of baloney. I'm sorry. I didn't really think about it.
Nick plays guitar in my band Not My Weekend, which some of you might know.
I have collections of poems.
Like songs, or
No, like poems. Some of them rhyme, some of them don't.
are they funny?
No.
Okay, you have like exclusively sad, like real deal sad guy poems.
They're not necessarily sad. They're like, I guess they're going for poetic. Is the idea. Trying to be like poetic, you know?
Yeah.
You ever
No.
have like a feeling
No, I get
a
that.
feeling inside your heart, and you just need to put it out there,
Yeah.
and then you don't share it with anybody.
Right. That is kind of your go-to. We're going to see Captain America this week.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited for that. You rewatched the phase 1 of the MCU recently.
Yeah, I did. I told you I skipped Thor
Yeah.
this time, but
Yeah.
I watched all the other ones.
Jared's not here to stop me. There's no one that can hold me back. We could talk about Marvel for the rest of the podcast. If I have my way, we'll talk about Marvel and One Piece for the entirety of this shit. And we'll see you next time. And just come back. Just check next week. Maybe we'll make it happen. What do you think of Wu-Tang Clan?
Oh, Wu-Tang Clan? Love them.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that might work. I was kind of hoping you'd say like "word is bond" or start rapping or something, but that might.
Well, no, I don't think that's appropriate.
Okay, all right. What's your opinion on like Latinas?
Latinas, they're just as good as anyone else.
Right? Yeah. No, that's not really like an impression of them or like thirsting over them in any sort of kind of way.
We're all equals.
Do you have like an opinion on Metallica?
Metallica, I like the big Metallica songs.
You wouldn't happen to think James Hetfield's like the greatest guitarist of all time or anything like that?
I mean, I like him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's good. He's much better than me. That's for sure.
Sure. You wouldn't want to start like pantomiming one of his solos or start singing one of the songs without warning by any chance?
Like, darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live. I cannot die.
Okay. All right. That's more than I could get through. All right. Maybe we'll be okay. What's your favorite Wu-Tang song?
Ooh. Okay. Protect your neck.
Okay. Can you give me just a little bit of one of those verses and we'll see if the podcast is still in here somewhere?
Oh man. I told you I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not gonna try to rap a Wu-Tang
just stick
song.
around.
Just one.
Stick around. Just stay. It'll be back. We'll be back soon. Don't
What
worry
am I,
about it.
Am I a dancing monkey? I'm here for your entertainment.
The people come here for specific
Oh.
stuff. You know, my nose is still big. It's more of a visual thing. But I.
Oh, you want me to come on here and make a fool of myself?
No, I don't know. Not at all. I just. Fuck.
I'll tell you what. I'm already so anxious.
Yes.
If people perceive me, what's gonna happen? They see me, they look at me, they judge me. Ooh.
What if everyone loves you? Then you end up with a huge ego.
Jake!
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Shouldn't have given you the mic.
You should not.
There's no way that this ends well, Pat.
Give me just.
It's the Method Man, for short. Mr. Mac. Moving on your left. Ah.
See, folks, we're still here. We still got it. We're cool. You've signed into the right place. Don't worry. You're on the right channel. Lovely. Well done. Okay. Tell me my nose is big.
I don't want to do that to you.
Fuck!
You're my dear friend. I love you and I appreciate you. I'm grateful for all the good times we've had together, and I don't want to make you feel self-conscious about your appearance.
Oh,
You know what?
shit.
As a matter of fact, I think you're pretty handsome.
Oh, fuck. We're so screwed. Okay. Oh, I hate that. I hate validating him. Oh, I hate validating him so much. I can't even call you fat. It's too visual, so it doesn't really work. Shit.
Yeah, call me a skinny fat piece of shit. I don't care.
Okay.
See,
all right.
the thing is, I'm rubber and you're glue. You can't touch me, Pat. You can't hurt these feelings. It's sticks and stones.
Well, that's good. That's important for the show. Okay. Lovely. Perfect. Good. Good.
You know what, man? You're pissing me off.
Thank you. That's good. You call me. Yeah. What do you think about being gay?
About being gay?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of cool stuff has come out of gay culture. You ever heard of musical theater? Some cool stuff there. If you dig into the history, it's actually a lot of gay folk involved. And they've contributed a great deal to the fabric of our society and our culture, and we should all be grateful.
Hi guys, Future Pat here, editing Past Pat. This guy is such a jerk. He's the worst. Anyway, until about 24 minutes, so for the next few minutes of the podcast, spoilers for the movie Companion. If you haven't seen the movie, it's really good. Go check it out. Spoilers for the movie Companion.
That reminds me, I was going to say the movie we watched last night.
Oh my God, we did that on purpose. We saw the movie Companion last night.
We did.
I wanted to see it because I like The Whitest Kids You Know, and Zach Krieger from The Whitest Kids You Know produced and directed Barbarian, and then he produced this movie, and I like a Jack Quaid, and I like a horror movie, and I like romance, and it's a pretty romantic movie.
I was going to say another person who was a producer on that movie was Ryan Ridley, who is a big Dan Harmon collaborator. He worked on Community and Rick and Morty.
Okay. What'd you think of Companion?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. I thought everyone did a really good job, like, with the performances.
When we got out of it last night, you said, I wish that it wasn't a movie about like killing people. And then our group was kind of like, so you wish it was a different movie. So I was confused on whether or not you liked it or not.
No, I liked I liked it for what it was. I thought I would have liked it even better if it had explored more of the like psychology and philosophy of the subject matter of
sentient AI,
a sentient artificial partner.
Yeah, I wasn't even really getting the vibe that she was sentient. It was more like towards the end of the movie, it was more like a perfect cocktail of settings, allowing her of being jailbroken, of being rebooted in X, Y, and Z. But like the robot killing him, like her as the main character and the robot that kills him, I was not like, that's a sentient AI. I was like, this is a perfect fuck storm of this robot getting turned off and on and jailbroken and everything that they set up in the movie in the right way that ended up getting this guy killed, you know? Like, I don't think she has autonomy at the end of that movie. Do you?
I kind of do, yeah.
I think she has. I
feel like if there was a message to that movie, then the message was probably like a feminist one about that notion of not being controlled.
And if you just cuts to cameras 2 and 3, you'll know that we're the two guys you want to be talking to about feminist movements. If you just want to go ahead and punch in on a future Pat, if you just want to punch in on my face, and then once again Nick Hudson's face, you'll know that we're the two guys to do commentary on a feminist movement. Jade, would you say it was a commentary on a feminist movement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She said yes,
Absolutely
we're good.
was.
Would you say that she was... Okay, we'll let Jade talk for a little bit longer, and then that's enough.
Okay, I see how it is.
Which is, as people on this
I'm a
podcast know...
pro-yapper.
I know, but people on this podcast know I hate women.
It's true, he's punched me once.
Fuck. We can't even prove you're here. They can't see you because you're not filming like I told you to.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking,
I can film if you want me to film.
No, I'm not going to include you. I would never.
Okay. Okay, well, what do you want me to say?
Quickly, the movie's a feminist movement.
Yeah.
Do you think she has autonomy at the end of the movie?
Kinda.
Elaborate.
I understand both points.
Okay.
I understand why you were like, no, she was just jailbroken, because she was.
Yeah.
But...
I guess my point is that as soon as the company from which she begets,
from whence she came,
as soon as that company like has a cable in her again, she's my fucking God, bro. I swear to God, she's reset and she's back to normal. You know what I mean? From that being possible. From it being possible that as soon as she's, reset, clicked on again, whatever, as soon as someone has a phone that is Wi-Fi'd to her or whatever, like her autonomy is best case limited as hell.
Well, I think that raises some interesting questions that are explored in similar media, like in Westworld Season 1.
Okay, sure.
Where they kind of talk about, is there really a meaningful difference between something, like if it looks like a human, if it acts like a human, it behaves like a human in pretty much every way, it feels like a human even.
Okay.
You ask it, it'll say it's a human. Then it's probably meaningfully alive.
You don't have to keep pantomiming
sure?
yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Just hit it back in if you get
But
another.
I'm not going to remember to do that.
Just if you get another full segment, I'll remind you, or else you're getting a fucking one of these. So I'm just doing the show. I'm sorry.
Or else it's
I
straight
really
to the moon. Why I wanna
straight to the moon.
Pat with his domestic violence humor. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Damn it, dude. Come on. Come on.
No, it's good. Make light of it. Promote it. Do kids watch this show?
Promote
They'd
it.
probably think that's funny. They could like try it.
Oh my god, it sucks being the bad guy. This is like, I hate that I'm gaining empathy for Jared Gaines, having to sit in this side of it and just fuck. All right, we're cool. Okay, it's Childish Gambino. Homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ. Mm-hmm. What's the NASDAQ?
The NASDAQ is a stock trading platform. It's like the Dow Jones Industrial Average.
Sure.
It's a little volatile right now.
Why is it volatile? Are you keep up on the stocks? You trade stocks?
No, I'm thinking about investing soon.
Okay. Okay, word.
You know, it's not great just having all your money in a bank because it'll lose value against inflation.
Oh,
You got to put it in a nice mutual bond, is what they say. But I'm no financial advisor. Please, this is not financial advice.
Fuck it. Yeah, it is. Of
Also,
course it
legal
is.
disclaimer, I don't mean anything that I'm saying, ever. This is... I might be sincere, I might be sarcastic. You can't tell.
What about you when you said like all people are equal and that you feel like no prejudice towards anyone? You didn't mean that?
Who knows? No, I meant that.
Okay, good. All right, word.
But do you know if I'm telling the truth? Can you tell?
No,
it's
not
really easy to lie, you know?
like as a human.
Yeah, just in general.
Homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ.
Move white girls like
There's
it's
coke up my ass crack.
Yeah.
Top 5 living rappers.
Donald Glover? Childish Gambino?
No,
you
I'm
think?
asking you yours.
Oh, I thought you were just saying that he was in your top 5.
He might be 5th on mine, actually.
Really? I mean, I really like Childish Gambino.
I do really like Childish Gambino.
I'm not sure if he would crack my top 10, though. Number
Kendrick.
1 would be Kendrick. For me. Yeah.
Kendrick.
I don't know if I want to say like a particular order after that. I feel pretty strongly about Kendrick being number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
I love Mac Miller.
Yeah.
I love Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
Notorious B.I.G. I've been a pretty big Eminem guy. I think he's got a good claim to being somewhere in the top 10 or top 5.
Okay.
Although sometimes he can be kind of cringy.
Sure.
But who isn't cringy every now and again, you know?
Yeah.
That's part of putting yourself out there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that 5? Kendrick? Biggie?
No, and these are just like what's come into the... I have this on my phone in an actual list somewhere. You want me to bring it up?
Yes. Yeah, I'm asking your top 5 rappers. Absolutely bring up the list. Jade, top 5 rappers while he brings up the list.
I do not even listen to rap.
And she's
I like
and that's
Kendrick.
why we hit women.
I do
That's
like Kendrick.
that's why
I
this
just don't
podcast
listen to
hits
it.
women.
I don't listen to it enough to, give an informed opinion. I don't want to.
She likes Kendrick because Kendrick likes Taylor Swift.
Well, duh. But I do like Kendrick stuff as well.
Top
like
5.
his actual stuff.
Top 5 Taylor Swift songs.
Fuck. This is difficult. This is really difficult because it changes all the time. But it's probably...
She's literally AI. She's not even a person.
It's probably August.
Okay.
It's probably Haunted, Sparks Fly, Come In With the Rain, and if this was a movie, probably my top 5.
Okay. And you'll never be able to change that. That's locked in. Nick,
I have so many more.
top 5 favorite rappers.
I couldn't find it. I'm not sure if I do have it in my notes.
Oh, okay.
or
All
not.
right.
I thought maybe I did.
Okay, word.
He lied about the list
Couldn't
as
find
well.
it. And he said that. He said he didn't. He said nothing he says is true on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that.
I did qualify that, I think. We can review the footage, run it back,
you
but
did
I'm pretty sure I
qualify
said
nothing
I
that
might
you said is
have
true.
it in
You
my
might.
phone.
Okay.
I don't think I made any promises.
All right, give me 5. Give me 5 rappers.
Okay, Kendrick,
Kendrick Lamar,
Biggie Smalls, Mac Miller,
Mac Miller,
God, Slug from Atmosphere.
Slug from Atmosphere.
It's already too many white guys because I said Eminem too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, and immediately I'm sorry. And that's the meantime energy right there, is an immediate apology. That's what I like to see.
And I am. I'm genuinely sorry, not just for that, but for absolutely everything. I'm never going to really be able to make up for it. But I do have contrition.
And again, I know, you know that I know, but just for Jade and the audience,
Oh,
contrition
God's
is...
You know, like regret, remorse.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm with you. That's good. Stop.
It's really funny that like I'm just not on camera anymore.
It is funny because you're already British, so you sound like Siri.
Yeah.
So it's just...
It also is genuinely just because Patrick was like, no one wants to see your punchable ugly face. So please don't film yourself ever again.
Yeah, now you're getting it. That's the meantime.
Don't touch me.
That's the... Nice! She still got it! Woo! We might be all right, folks. Fucking...
Yeah, I think you should excise the hate from your heart.
That was 4. That was 4. I need one more rapper. That was 4.
Gosh, there was a time when I would have said Kanye. I think he said he's a Nazi today.
Today!
Like just
Today! Live coverage from the Meantime without Jared. Kanye said he's a Nazi. We have to stop.
Yeah.
We can't just Life of Pablo our way out of this one.
I feel like he needs to just take his medication and call it a day.
We can't just beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy our way out of I'm a Nazi. Come on, bro.
No, it's... Being a Nazi is not a good thing. You shouldn't be happy and proud and about that, saying it in public like it's cool or something. No, Nazis are bad, actually.
I concur.
It's kind of controversial to say these days. Yeah, fuck Nazis, actually.
Yeah, word. Yeah, fuck Nazis, and that we do mean. Okay, there was a time where you would have said Kanye, but you can't. That's a situation where you can't be separating art from the artist. You personally.
I mean, I still have a place in my heart for those old records that I loved as a kid and back in the day, and I still think that they're good records. Like, that's not going to change. Like, a lot of musicians have done questionable things, and I don't necessarily think that makes it a bad thing to listen to their music.
Yeah, a lot of musicians spent time at P. Diddy's house.
Yeah.
Hey, if you find out tomorrow that Jay-Z was always at P. Diddy's house hanging out, which we might find out, that might be a true thing that happened. You gonna keep listening to Jay-Z or no? Gonna keep listening to Empire State of Mind?
I've never been a huge Jay-Z guy.
Okay.
I love The Blueprint. I love the Black Album. Life and Times of Sean Carter. Volume 2 is,
sure.
I think, my favorite one of those. But
sure.
He has good records. I'm into his older stuff more. And again, it's like a good song is a good song on one level. And then there's I guess, like a political dimension. If you don't want to be financially supporting someone who does things you disagree with, that's fine. But...
Yeah, word. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I probably won't. Like, when Kanye comes up on my playlist on shuffle these days,
it just bums you out, right?
I don't feel like listening to him.
It's tough.
Even if I do have a special place for, like, songs on 808s and Heartbreak or whatever.
Yeah. You fucked it up, Kanye. All right.
I'm just reminded of how he's a Nazi now. That makes me feel sad.
It's not Kanye, then. I still need one more.
Yeah.
And you haven't said Donald Glover. I guess it could. But, I mean, in your top 5.
Because it's hard for me. It's like there's a lot of different people who I really enjoy.
All right, well, for me, I'm gonna say Kendrick, Mac Miller, Tyler the Creator, Donald Glover. Chance the Rapper. But for just 3 of my favorite albums ever, and then it gets weird. It's just like they're 3 of my favorite albums ever, and then and Sunday Candy, and they're like, I think they're perfect. Where I'm like, you're in my top 5 favorite rappers, but then it gets so fucking weird. So fuck. I mean, I think maybe Chance the Rapper in my 5th. That's just tough.
The Big Day is his only record that I really have a big issue with.
But there's nothing he's released since Big Day and on where I like felt amazing, and I thought he was in his prime. You know what I mean? His two features with DJ Khaled are the best. I'm the One and No Problem are the 2 best things, and I think that's post the mixtapes. You know what I mean? No Problem is his song. I'm the One and No Brainer. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think he could still come back and make something really good. I don't know. The thing that got under my skin most about the Big Day was just like his approach to talking about Christianity and religion. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Sure. And because he's very religious, to be clear.
Yeah, and it's not like I have a problem with
people being very religious
necessarily, but it's, I don't know, it felt sort of preachy.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
extremely. Yeah.
Again, not knocking it. Not everything's for everybody. That's okay. But I don't know. Top 5 is hard. I don't like picking favorites in general.
Fantastic. Top 5 favorite movies.
This one, I think I do have a note. Here, give me like 10 seconds.
All right. Give him 10.
Yeah, never mind.
God damn, dude!
I said I think. I said I think.
You came in with so much confidence!
I didn't promise you. I didn't make any kind of promise.
I didn't make any kind of promise, and I said that everything I said is not true and a lie.
Did I say 100% guarantee? No, sir. I did not.
And unless you can't find me guilty of libel, it's not. Is that what libel is?
Yeah. Well, okay. This would be slander because it's not print. Libel is in print.
Top 5 favorite movies. Give me 5. I've said mine on here. I've already said mine.
Again, I don't like picking favorites. Here, I'm just going to say 5 movies I like a lot.
Okay.
Here's 5 movies I like a lot. I really like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
These are so basic. I love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I love Ballad of Dewey Cox.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Great choice.
God, I'm on the spot and thinking about movies.
Yeah, you're on a podcast.
Forrest Gump.
As your top 5?
I love Forrest Gump.
What? Okay. All right. Okay.
It's really good. It's overhated.
Is it overhated?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't people like Forrest Gump?
Because they think it's overexposed.
Yeah. Because people think it's like, because the amount of people that obviously love it, quote it, that people just love to hate on things that have done well. You know what I mean?
All right. Interesting.
Pick me energy.
Go on.
Movies that I really like. Spider-Man 2.
Fuck yes!
Really good.
Great movie.
Fantastic call. Whoa. You want to get off top 5s and move on over to relationship advice?
I'm here to do whatever you want.
Here's the situation. I got on our Instagram and I got in our Discord. The Discord link to the bio. Join the Discord. Join our Patreon if you're a real one. And I said that if there were 2 people on the planet Earth that I could think of that would, I think there's no one that I can think that would be worse for giving relationship advice than myself, Pat Gilchrist, hates women, and my good friend Nick Hudson, who I think has met women.
I strive to have an egalitarian perspective.
Now see, and now I see. I don't think those are the 2 guys that you want giving you relationship advice, and for that exact reason, we're going to give you some relationship advice via the meantime. How can I get Jared to marry me? Be into mullets? I don't know. You got anything for getting Jared to marry for someone? Advice on courting Jared Gaines?
I don't know. I guess it's if you were trying to deepen a relationship with anybody, you just want to ask them questions about themselves, get to know them, find out what kind of common interests you might share. And then, see if you can get together, and if sparks fly, great. If not, then no harm, no foul. It's okay. If you have your heart set on marriage before you've even met the guy, then you might want to just reevaluate and work on some things in your own life before moving on. That's where I'm at right now. I try. I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship.
Oh, so untimely. Christ in heaven. Okay. Now, that's good, but it can't be your answer for every question, for the record.
Damn it, Pat. I'm going to give my honest, genuine answer.
Damn
and
it,
might
Bob.
be snide and sarcastic, too. You won't know.
Damn it, Bobby. How would you tell your partner that you suspect them of being a part of the KGB?
You could try just like keywords. Umbrella, sassafras.
Yeah, nice.
Work boots. Just start saying stuff. Filing cabinet,
Until,
You just see if they kind of like switch on.
That's good. I like that. Nick's right. I'm going to leave that. What Not My Weekend song is sure to bag me a baddie.
Yeah, if I could answer that question for you,
I would have insisted Pat played it if I could answer that question.
well, actually, let me take a step back because, to talk about bagging a baddie, that's pretty. We're all human beings. We shouldn't really objectify each other in that way. I'm not trying to put down those who want to have like hookups or anything like that. Bag a baddie, that sounds manipulative to me.
Okay. What are some things me and my nerdy boyfriend could do together? I really only like fantasy stuff. Well, I mean, if you're saying, I feel like you got to meet him halfway.
Well, what is he like?
Yeah, what is he like? I need to know. I need more information. You haven't given us enough context. There's plenty of Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones themed taverns and bars around wherever around the country.
Our minds went a completely different.
Jade, I swear to God, you've had enough. That's plenty of audio time for you. Thank you.
Yeah, there's Dungeons and Dragons.
Everything's really wholesome from what I was thinking. So good for you guys.
Are you
Must be
saying?
nice.
Are you saying the like?
I was gonna
are you saying
say-
BDSM tie stuff up.
I was
type
gonna
fantasy
say
vibes?
Cosplay in a fun
cosplay,
way. You know what I mean?
cosplay in a horny way.
Yeah. Feel like I get something in common
All right.
to some degree, right?
Yeah, but maybe this is a nerd who's into like astrophysics or something. Like there's different kinds of nerds.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think find common ground. Hit up a Lord of the Rings bar. That's my advice. You got more?
Yeah, and I mean, common ground is good. If you guys both like fantasy, there's lots of great stuff. You can do.
Best Irish Republican propaganda.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
What the fuck?
You know what that is?
Like the
Am
IRA?
I Irish? Yeah, let's give me IRS.
Oh, interesting.
IRS.
No,
Right.
Irish Republican propaganda.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I don't
where to go with
either.
that. I'm not educated on the
No.
on the matter. What does that have to do with dating?
I feel like people are just doing what they
people
do.
just people are just doing a thing. All right, this person says, I live with my ex and I'm too broke to move out. What can I do to earn some extra cash? Sell your semen. Yourself is good. Sell your semen, sell yourself, sell your plasma, sell your blood, sell your positions, sell drugs.
Positions.
Possessions.
Ah.
Sell your possessions. Sell drugs. Sell
This is all the same advice that Jesus gave. That's pretty cool.
We're just
believe
as
you
good
just
as
called him
Jesus
Jesus.
over here. All right, I think we're good. I think that's all we can do. Don't you love when I'm captain of the ship? Don't you love when Jared's not here? Should I give the attractive homeless guy in town my number?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'd say do it. I'd say absolutely give him the number.
Love conquers all.
Love conquers all, and just find out. You know? Like right now you don't know, and that's got to be driving you nuts. That's why you're asking us about it. I don't like, how homeless are they? Do they have a phone? Probably. Sounds like it. Sounds like they got a phone. Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, don't judge a book by its cover.
And don't judge a book by its cover. Might not even be attractive. Once you get up close to give them the number.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's interesting that they bring up that this person is homeless. Because if they just said, "Hey, should I give my number to this person I find attractive?" It'd be like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" But it's like a class discrepancy that has you kind of it's giving you pause.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Nick's right. Actually, fuck you, dude. What the fuck? they're
like-
probably nice too, huh? Where do you get off in your house? When you go home to your apartment and all of a sudden you're better than me? Fuck off. Yeah. Yeah, Nick's right.
It's like, oh man, I met a cute girl at McDonald's, but she worked at McDonald's.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
So she probably like sucks.
You better give him the number. I love it. All right, Nick, quick, before we go. How many pillows do you sleep with?
I have 2 pillows
Where they go?
that I sleep with, like under my head. What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Is this a trick question? Are you trying to make me look like an idiot?
What color is your toothbrush?
My toothbrush is white.
What's your middle name?
My middle name is John.
Fuck. Right, I forgot.
Why are you asking me these things?
And
Because they're Carly's questions from college.
I don't give her the credit, but yes.
You always give her the credit every time you ask these questions.
I know, but Jared's not here, so I'm trying to switch from good cop to bad cop very quickly. I'm like rerouting my entire brain to make it happen, actually. And most embarrassing middle school memory, if you got one.
I don't know. One time I failed a dive. It hurt pretty bad, and it was like in front of everybody.
Like
I was in a Speedo. That would be embarrassing for lots of people.
Like you slammed your head?
No, I failed the dive. It was a reverse 1.5
Yeah.
tuck, or as we call it in the biz, a 303C.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, I landed like flat on my back.
Yeah.
You know, I should have come out like this, but I came out like this.
Uh-huh.
Smacked the water really hard, got all zeros on the dive.
Oh, shit.
It happens. Like, people fail dives, and it's not a big deal. But
Sounds good.
I was like supposed to be good.
How often were you in the Speedo of it all?
I wore a Speedo for like 3 hours a day for like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months out of the year for like 6 years.
Totally unrelated to the diving, too. Just a completely separate reason you were doing that.
I wish.
Everyone was trying to get you to stop. They were like, Nick, come on, man. Like, in the pool, we get it, but you can't first, second, and third period. It's weird that you change after lunch after you've spent half the day in the Speedo. You're freaking everybody out. My God. I remember that.
It was a jammer when I was in middle school. Otherwise, it would go way back further. Even.
What's a jammer?
It's a type of swimsuit. It's sort of like the difference between like tighty whities and boxer briefs.
Sure.
Tighty whities being like the Speedo.
You wouldn't have photos of this for the pod, would you?
I could send them to you later, probably. I think I was in the newspaper wearing
In a
my
Speedo?
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Matter of fact, I'm certain. I have that picture.
Well, hold on.
And I'm like, ugh, it's horrible form.
I don't.
Like this.
First of all, please send me that exact photo. Second of all, how were you not immediately like famed for how big your dick was from that exact photo? Like, would the whole town not have been talking about that if it was in the paper? Big or small. Huge for the record. But big or small. Like,
The girls made fun of me on the middle school team one time because they thought I had a boner.
right. And that's just not, and that's a hilarious compliment. A hilarious compliment.
They're like, Nick, you got a boner right now? And I was just like,
Like,
what?
no, I don't.
And they're like, yeah, you do, you fucking loser.
Right. And you're like, dude, the hilarious double-edged sword that is to be like, well, no, but also
They were middle school girls, so they didn't really have a full grasp of like male anatomy, I guess.
right. And they wouldn't. You were in middle school as well.
Yeah.
Is important. We were all in middle school.
Yeah, I was in middle school,
Yeah.
wearing a Speedo. And yeah, when you're wearing a Speedo, your dick is just there, and your balls, they're just like there.
Right. It's a tough sport. That's an intimate sport. You want to talk about getting comfortable with intimacy? Dive for 6 years.
And it's not like say like dancing, you know, like when you have to really get intimate, like
But
somebody like picking them up and throwing them around and all this.
yeah, but it's as close, like, it's the least sexual thing that you like are required to be the most naked in front of people for to achieve. You know, to like do well. You know what I mean? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're in the Speedo because like the diving of it all improves, right? So there's less splash in the water,
No.
right? What?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No, that's just like, it's just like sort of the dress code for divers. You know,
What?
Like what divers wear. It doesn't like affect the splash. If you were wearing a jammer,
No,
everyone would say like wearing a jam. It'd be like a swimmer wearing a t-shirt. You know, people would be like, "What's this guy doing?"
Really? My entire
People should be able to wear a swim shirt or a swim shirt if they want to.
yeah. But my entire life, my belief was that the Speedo was for like performance in the sport. You could wear shorts.
No, like if you look at swimmers, like Olympic swimmers, they do not wear Speedos. They usually wear like a jammer.
Then why are divers wearing Speedo? That's so weird
it's
to
just
me.
like the way it is.
That's the weirdest tradition of all time to me. Then I don't get, like, just keep it.
Well, really, ultimately, it's because it's like a mobility thing.
Sure.
Because you need to like, you're moving your leg like at the hip, and if you had cloth there, it would bunch up and restrict your mobility a little bit.
Okay.
Not like a lot, but
Okay. That's at least what I thought. A little bit. Or closer to what I thought. Christ in heaven. Just wear the boxer shorts at a certain point, I feel.
I always assumed it was because like when like you dive in, maybe they like come off. More likely.
More likely if it's shorts.
Yeah.
That makes sense
Yeah,
in the
I
opposite
assume
direction to
that.
what's
well, that
actually
will
happening.
if I saw people compete in diving wearing shorts, and that is very likely to happen.
Oh, really?
Trunks come off. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You shouldn't. If you're going to compete in diving, you should wear
Wear
a
the Speedo.
tight-fitting suit.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't need to be a Speedo. Could be a jammer, but it should be tight-fitting.
All right. Well, on that weird, absolutely hilarious episode of The Meantime, thank you so much
You
for
thought it
tuning
was
in.
funny?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know it's going to cut funny for sure, but kind of like with a fine-tooth comb.
Okay, by the way, again, I'm sorry. I was lying this whole time.
Stop.
None of it was true. None of it ever was true, except for the good things. If you agree, that was probably legit. This guy, he's a terrible guy. Don't trust him. He's a dear friend of mine. I love him a lot. I wouldn't let him babysit my kids. I wouldn't let him take care of my plant. He's a degenerate. He's a scumbag. He's my dear, close, personal best friend.
Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Subscribe to our current YouTube channel that you're watching this on right now, hopefully. Leave a comment. That's at The Meantime Radio. Follow us everywhere at The Meantime Radio. We are every Tuesday on Adobe Radio at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, streaming live on Adobe Radio or on the Adobe Radio app. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Listen to Nick and I's band, Not My Weekend. Our deluxe album, Shimmer Season, the deluxe edition by Not My Weekend, is really good. Listen to Stop Rewind. Listen to 2004. Listen to Tied Up. Follow our band account at Not My Weekend. We're announcing tour dates very soon. Love y'all. We'll see you next time. And we can't be trusted. And don't take any of our advice.
Yeah.
Bye.
We can't be held liable for anything that we say.
Cheers.